Hey everybody, this is Curtis, also known as Would Be King, and welcome to my first episode of my Let's Play of Phantom Dust, and my first Let's Play ever. I decided to do this because I got excited for the remake of this game, and I really wanted to play. And I thought to myself, and I've been meaning to start a Let's Play, and I just thought to myself, hey, I'm going to be playing this game. I have this really strong need to get through it. I'm really excited about going through it, and why don't I just make this my first recording? So here we are. For those of you who don't know much about this game, it came out on the Xbox original in 2004, and it was met with it was met with several development problems. Microsoft was originally supposed to develop it here in the US after they had already successfully launched it in Japan, and about most of the way through the translation process, Microsoft dropped it. Now, Majesco, little known company, and for those of you who recognize the name, it's because they did Psychonauts 2. They picked it up, they finished translating it, not without its issues though, and released it here in the US in limited supply at a price of $20. So it wasn't too popular, as you might imagine. Although, despite that, this game, like Psychonauts, Majestic, bless their soul, is an amazing game in my opinion. It's got a wonderful story. Its gameplay elements are unique and quite engaging, and it's kind of like this cross between an action game and a deck building game where you assign your own skills that you use in a live action environment. So let's jump right into this. Word of warning, there are a lot of cutscenes. Like, this is going to open up with a 7-minute cutscene, and then there's going to be a brief interlude, and then another long cutscene, and after that, tutorials. So, I'm sorry. For those of you who have already gone through this and don't want to sit through all of it, I'll try to post a link of the second episode when it's finished. And hopefully you can skip it there if you're not interested in watching the scenario or watching the story and just want to see me play. For those of you who are new and don't know much about this, seriously, it's worth it. It really is. The story gets kind of amazing and kind of blew my mind the first time I saw it. So without further ado, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Nobody remembers anything. Not when the world changed, nor why. A mysterious dust poisoned the surface, affecting the brains of humans and stealing their memories. Strange apparitions began to appear. Humans fled their devastated cities. Only underground could humans escape the demons and the dust. The dust took from us, but to some, it gave something new. The ability to transform their will into energy. This new breed, the Espers, risk their lives searching the surface this world for clues. Clues on the surface that might let us recover the memories we've lost.
It's here. What I'm searching for. Something important. Something irreplaceable. Something I lost. I must go.
Alrighty. So yeah, people without memories and people with superpowers. So there's not a whole lot to discuss about the story. So I'm just gonna jump right into the next cutscene. Who are you? That face. I think I've seen it somewhere. Wait a minute. Who am I? And what is this place? Hey, tell me. What? You lost your memory too? Shoot, what the hell's going on? Hey, is that door open? Yeah, so another long cutscene, guys, right after I press A here. Once again, I hope you enjoy.
Finally woken up, I see.
Were you the one that brought us here? Why don't you tell us what happened?
You've no memory at all, is that right? Just an image of some ancient ruins. And a strange gut feeling that you have to go there.
But how did you know that?
Everybody's the same, all of us. Now you. Please, follow me. I'll explain everything once we arrive.
It happened just like I told you. None of us remembers anything. We live in this world we don't understand, with people without memories wandering around, with monsters roaming the surface and these strange particles and paranormal skills.
This place is like the lost and found counter at a catastrophe discount store. So, we're lost sheep with no memory. Just like you.
There is one difference. The two of you were found in strange metal pods. But Leader says we are all lost souls. All we have left is this underground world. And our scraps of memories and the image of the ruins in our heads.
The ruins. The image I saw in my dream.
Leader says that the fact we all share the same image must be more than mere coincidence. He's right, I think, and so we are systematically searching the surface world for the ruins. We hope you can help with that search as well.
Are you saying you want us to join the visions?
We are very short-handed, especially when it comes to people with skills.
But I am haunted by the ruins.
I'll give it some thought.
Such a generous man is our leader. Leader says, Edgar, take your time. You don't mind us calling you Edgar, do you? We saw your locket, too. You care about the woman in the photograph, don't you? Perhaps helping us will lead you to find her. And you. We should find a name for you as well. You need a name even if you don't have memories. Just pick a name that sounds good to you, and we'll call you that. Everyone picks their names here. Or perhaps you're one of the lucky ones who remembers his real name?
It seems you don't recall your name. Here are some options. Based on the location where you two were found, we'll call you Alpha. It means where all things begin. It also means the unknown. So, you can say no, and if you do, he'll suggest other names. Some of them make sense, and some of them are a little straightforward and simple, like Silver because your hair is silver, or Green because your clothes are green, or Ice because the capsule you were found in was ice, or Io for the Wanderer, of ancient mythology, but they also do. He also has weird names like Beard because beards were a thing that used to represent masculine, or so he is told. You know, so, and if you say no enough, he'll just give you a name. He won't let you say yes or no anymore. It takes a while. So I'm just going to go with yes this time. And call myself Alpha. I know, from now on I'll call you Alpha. That's your name. First things first, go meet Meister, the combat instructor. He's waiting for you two at the battle terminal. Alrighty. So here we go. This is our hub world. And all the NPC interactions that we have are here in the hub world. We can talk to I'm I. From somewhere there are voices wanting to speak to you. I'll convey these messages. The memories of the world are automatically saved. So, that's kind of like the game's way of telling you some simple mechanics. It's kind of interesting. I kind of like it. And there are some other interesting characters. Like here, you have a character named No, and you'll get to know him a little better. So in any case, why don't we jump right into it? Here's Meister. These are the tutorial. This is the start of the tutorials that I was talking about. I'll rush through them as quickly as I can, but here we go. Oh, it's you. What they say is true. You have the look. I'm Meister, the Vision's combat instructor. I'll accompany you on the surface until I'm confident you can fend for yourself. Yeah, so it's just telling you that this is the battle terminal. Some really basic stuff. This is the battle terminal. The exit behind you leads to the surface. Here you receive your missions. That man there, Tetsuya, go talk to him. He'll assign you a mission. I always found it interesting why, and I don't know the reason behind this. I don't know anything about the Japanese language, but why some characters kept their names like Tetsuya, or there's another character, Tsubaki, when they decided to name certain characters Chunky. Yeah, there's a guy named Chunky. So I guess they did it because Tetsuya was his name and not the meaning behind the word, whereas the guy who was called Chunky, it was meant to be that he was called Chunky, I guess. So if you know what that means, if you get what I'm saying, taking a mission, let me explain how missions work. The Visions do not allow underground dwellers to visit the surface. We scouts take care of all surface tasks. We call these missions. Let's see right now. There's a mission from Meister. So yeah. So this is the mission select screen. As you can see, we'll unlock more areas, and you'll see that probably by the end of this episode, or near the end of this episode. You can select the mission there, and then you got brief little blurbs and what you're supposed to do. You've got what it takes. The next few lectures detail attack and defense skills. After this, you will understand the basics of combat, and your number of attempts. So beyond the tutorials, the first couple of missions are going to seem really easy, and possibly even the first boss or two. Maybe. We'll see. The game by no means is easy. There have been, checking back on my scores in the other save file that I have, and that save file was not my first. That was the second time me playing through the game. So on my second time playing through the game, there was a mission I attempted 42 times. So, it might just be that I'm bad. It might just be that I suck. But you know what? All in all, I do not consider the game anywhere close to easy. And from what I've heard, other people agree with me. My role as instructor is to ensure that the candidate makes it back safely. You can depend on me. Yeah. So, there is a voiceover for the tutorials. I'm just going to try to skip her voiceovers and the dialogue boxes for the tutorials, because I know how annoying it is to hear two conversations at once. How do you like being on the surface again?
Take a look around. Use the
Yeah, so there she is. Beautiful sky, isn't it? It's what I miss most, living underground. That's why we need to find the ruins, so we can all go back to live on the surface for good. First things first, how's your health right now? It's at 20. Mm.
Some attacks are best avoided by moving out of the way. Click the left thumbstick to jump. Show a master your jump.
Alright, so... Yeah, that was some brief... Yeah, here's how you use skills. I'll just blaze through this, and no need to repeat what she said. What's that noise? An enemy? Wow. I know it's your first time out, but I want you to join me. See that red capsule floating on the stairs? It's a cluster of energy-sized dust particles that contains an attack skill. Go over there and collect it. I'll draw the Yamato to me. Grab that skill and get to work. Yep. So there you go. Pretty basic controls. Left to move, right to look around.
Stand next to the capsule to view a panel with information boxes. When the information panel appears, press any button, A, B, X, or Y, to assign the skill to that object.
So there we go.
You have captured. Attack the object. Open fire is a medium range attack. It's most accurate when a targeting reticle is...
Yeah, okay. So she was explaining ranges. Short, medium, and long are the ranges, as you can imagine. Short being red, medium being yellow, long is green, and we haven't seen it yet, but it's about to show. Well, I don't know if I can get it to show up in this stage. Oh no, I can. I definitely can. But she said you assign the button to assign the skill to that button. You press that button again to use it again. So it's pretty simple and straightforward. But you know, no other game really does anything like it. Not bad. Few defeat the enemy their first time around, just as I suspected. A natural. Yeah, and that's kind of like the draw, the very basics of the draw of the game. Let's see how many more we can get through. I'm gonna try to keep the episode around 30 minutes, but it looks like I'm gonna have to go a little longer because I want to get through more tutorials than that. So maybe the first episode will be a little longer. Just as I thought, you two show abilities far above everyone else. I'll prepare you for your next lecture. Go see Tetsuya. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that name wrong. For those who know it, I apologize. At the end there's a gate that allows you to go to the surface. Don't use it without permission. The highway is a new stage we haven't gone to. You pass the first test. We know you have potential. Attend Meister's second lesson and learn to use multiple attack and defense skills. After this lesson, you should understand basics of combat. Alrighty. Hold. Oh, that's much better. Alright. So, the Yamato is very active. It looks like we've got one moving around out here. Time for some real-world battle skills. First, try out the different ranges for attack skills. Then learn more about using defensive skills. By the way, you're on your own. First, capture the skills from the capsules you see. Blue capsules contain defensive skills. Laser is green, so it's long range. You can see it's gonna make it all the way over there. So she's talking about rewriting skills now. Orange being short, and also one use. That was something. So that third symbol there costs 3, so that's how much it costs. 7 strength. And whereas laser has that infinite symbol, infinite use, vacuum slash can only be used once. Now, in the version of the game that I have, skills only come in single and unlimited use. And then some special cases that are a weird mixture of the two based on if you can use the skill a second time. Like for instance, if it costs 2 and you have 4 aura, and you use it, you get to keep it. But if you have 3 and you use it, you lose it. Ha ha ha, did not mean to rhyme. So, something they haven't explained is you can use some skills can be used in the air. But they'll explain it. They definitely will. You're better than I thought. I think you're ready to assist me in my next battle. Now, let's head back to town. So yeah, long range, short range, cost, damage, single or unlimited use. You know, these factors all play a role when you're building the deck, your arsenal. I'll give you a temporary credential so you can go on a mission. But if you want to learn more, there are missions that will teach you about defense and close proximity attacks. Other than that, do as you please. I don't like regulations. Pretty loose guy. Nice. So yeah, now we get to see we have multiple missions. Let's go to the new area, Panorama, and learn about close proximity skills. We think we found the enemy headquarters. They seem to be only a few, so we should knock them out while we have the chance. Considering the environment, short range skills are your best option. Excuse me if I'm mumbling. Remember your lessons on ranges. Your lesson on ranges, and watch your targeting reticle. Yeah, so close range skills. We'll get to see, hope see some pretty cool skills here. In close quarters, close range attacks are very effective, but they can also damage any allies in range. Let's try to defeat the enemy without damaging me. So I wonder if that's like a secondary goal. What he's referring to is they have wide sweeping attacks like this, as you can see. So allies are more easily caught in the commotion. That being said, even medium range attack skills can hit allies. So it's not medium and or long. It just matters if your allies gets hit, is in the range. So there we go. Oh no! Did it count though? Did it count? The game's trying to determine. That's good. Mastering close range attack skills will help your strategy. Yeah, so because I killed the enemy first, I think it didn't count as a failure, even though Meister got damaged afterwards. That's also true for in-game. If you die, but then get hit by a retaliatory enemy attack after the enemy has died, pretty sure you still win the match. I'll give you a temporary credential. So oh yeah, right. So there are a couple more missions to do. No, that's qualifying screening. So let's do counterattack. An enemy was spotted on the highway. Take this opportunity to practice using defensive skills and timing them correctly. Once again, Meister is my instructor. Alrighty. Okay. The enemy here uses powerful skill called Blaster. Use your defensive skills and wait for the right moment before you attack. So, board face, wall, flash barrier. So I'm going to show you something. Flash barrier costs 0, has defensive 2. If you block a skill that has more damage, and Blaster I know has a damage of 4. If it has more than your defensive skill, it your attack gets destroyed. Ooh, see? Like that. He hit me. I'm going to wait for him and send it right back at him with that skill called About Face. Really useful skill. Not a good trade to be making, but nonetheless, you have a lot more hit points than he does. Well done. Never forget about defense. Don't just fire randomly. Timing is everything. Yep. So, yeah. They don't quite explain that, and I can't remember if they do. It's something that you might have to pick up. Fairly simple concept, though. So let's do our qualifying screening. And you know what? After that, I'll call it. I know there are more tutorials after that, but we'll pick them up in the second episode. So we'll call this one the last one. Oh, no. Fires a Gehenna. We'll do this one first. Let's go back and read the description. An enemy with powerful attack skills on the highway. If you've mastered defense skills, you should have no problem with a full attack will likely lead to disaster. So I thought I was gonna wait to the qualifying screening, but now that I think about it, I remember that there are more tutorials after the qualifying screening. So we'll do the missions, then we'll do the qualifying screening, and then we'll call it. And then hopefully that'll be the last mission we'll do today. Oh, I haven't been reading the text. Survive, and you'll have a chance to fight back. So what they're saying there is his attack is very, very powerful, but it cost him health. So all I have to do is retaliate. Oops. Yeah, see? Not a good thing. Not a good thing. Let's get out of his range. And let's just hit him back with his own attack. Notice how you need powerful defensive skills against powerful attack skills? Oh yeah, so they do explain it right there. Derp. Hold on. Sorry about that. So yeah. Alrighty. Palace, the qualifying screening. According to the report, 2 enemies are in the palace. Use what you've learned so far in this battle. But remember, I'm here to support you. So here we go, Meister's. It's me and Meister finally on a team together. And win the battle. There are 2 enemies at this location. This is your chance to show me what you've learned so far.
First, eliminate the enemy.
Yep. Now it tells you that you can switch between locked-on enemies. So yeah, pop. Sorry if that was annoying, but I won't be doing it quite to that extent, but whoa, okay. As you can see, that one kind of hit me from the side, so I've got to be careful. I want a bullet of fire. Not quite. I gotta remember what attack skills are on what button. So he got him. And there we go. Bam! That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Well, I mean, you've greatly improved. Next time, you can assist other Vision members. Win their approval, and you'll be officially certified as a full-fledged adventurer. Alrighty. So those memory boxes, by the way, are some extra background information that we'll have access to in a little bit. So there you guys go. That's the basics of the combat in this game and the intro to the story. I hope you all had a wonderful time, and I will see you all next time. Take care.